Hello, Sarah from South London Sling Library here. Today I'd like to show you how to use your two-way stretchy wrap. This is the lovely ISME wrap that I'm using here. Your first job is to identify whether or not what you have is a two-way stretchy wrap. So the way you find that out is a two-way stretchy wrap stretches both widthways and lengthways, and some will be stretchier than others in each direction. So the ISME is nice and stretchy widthways and just has a tiny bit of give lengthways, but it's just enough to make it really simple to use. Some stretchy wraps will be very stretchy widthways and very stretchy lengthways. And some stretchy wraps will be stretchy widthways but won't have any stretch lengthways. That's a one-way stretchy wrap. And you can use that in a slightly different way. I'll do a different video in fact I already have done a different video for a one-way stretchy wrap. So that's available if you look at the YouTube channel. So with a two-way stretchy wrap, what you're going to do is flap it around, find your middle marker. So it's either going to be a nice discreet little tag sewn into the middle like that, or for some wraps it will be a bigger logo on the front. Find your middle marker, and you want to put your middle marker nice and high on your body, up here. This first horizontal pass marks where you want to carry the baby. So contrary to some instructions, don't put it around your waist. Put it nice and high on your body, up here. We're going to take then those two ends, we're going to take them behind us and cross them over, and then take the tails up over your shoulders. So you create a cross on your back. Then very unceremoniously, I'm just going to take all of this and I'm going to chuck it down through that central band. There we go. So, with a two-way stretchy wrap, I want this section to kind of hold itself up. I don't want it to be all floppy and saggy. I want to be able to spread it out and have it hold itself up. So if I need to tighten this section, this is far too flabby at the moment. If I want to tighten this section, the easiest way to do that is to take these straps as they come over my shoulders, and rather than pulling up or down, I'm just going to pull straight out to the sides. That tightens this section here. I can then keep the tension on, bring those down over my shoulders, and then pull that slack through. Like that. I don't want it too tight. I think nice summer, not very fitted t-shirt, but tight enough to hold itself up. Okay, now we've kind of got a weird capital H. All I'm going to do is go from H to X just by crossing those two ends over. Take it around behind my body, cross it again, bring it back in front and tie a double knot. That's your two-way stretchy wrap tied. Now, this is known as the seatbelt layer, so I'm just going to bunch it up and park it down there out of the way, because this is where my baby's going to sit. So what I'm going to do to make sure I've got enough space for my baby is I'm going to go up to my shoulders, pull all of the slack from behind me out here to the front. And that then, I can guarantee, I can confirm that I've got enough space for my baby. If I did that and I could barely move my hands from my chest, I might need a little more space, in which case I could loosen my knot ever so slightly, literally a tiny amount makes a lot of difference, and then pass that slack around my body until it comes to this cross section. Having done that now, I've got rather too much space. If I was going to pop a newborn in there, that would probably be too much space. So I need to tighten that. So if I need to tighten my wrap, I'm going to undo my knot, hold those sections out on my sides and just pull straight out to the side. Did you see these bits tighten? I'll do that again. So if I loosen that, hold these and pull straight out to the sides, you can see that bit tighten. So then I can retie my knot. recheck my space, pull up to my shoulders, pull the slack from behind me round to the front. If I don't pull that slack round to the front beforehand, what happens is you then put the baby in, the baby's weight will pull that slack from behind you, and you end up then with a lot more slack in the front than you even realised you had, and you end up with a baby lower and looser than you want them. So it's important that you pull that slack forwards before you put the baby in so you can assess how much space you've got. So I'm happy with this space. With this being a two-way stretchy wrap, I can also hold it out by my thumbs and let go, and it pings back. And with a two-way stretchy wrap, it's that ping that's really going to hold my baby. So I've got enough space when I push out, but I've also got that ping. Now I need my baby. So this is Jamie, and all I'm going to do is hold Jamie up on one shoulder nice and high, like burp position. And if I look at my wrap, this strap is the one that's closest to my body, it goes underneath there. This is what I call my inside fabric. I really don't care which side of the wrap the baby goes into first, but it's useful for me to know that my inside fabric is the one that's coming over my right shoulder, because when I go to spread the fabric out, I'm going to need that one first. So it's handy to know which side it's on. So for me, my inside fabric is on my right shoulder. So I'm going to pop my baby nice and high on my shoulder, like burp position. And I'm just going to support them with one hand, take my free hand under that fabric on the opposite shoulder, opposite where the baby is. Put my wrist through, stretch it down, and just take it around 1 foot. And I'm just going to leave it there. Then all I'm going to do is switch shoulders. So I'm going to pop a hand on the baby's head, hand on their bottom, and just pop them onto the other shoulder. Oh, that's it. And then I'm going to do exactly the same on this side. So hand under the fabric, stretch it down, take it round 1 foot, like that. And then all I'm going to do is centre my baby on my chest and allow them to sit down in that fabric. And what you'll find is your baby will adopt this lovely knees up, bum down position. If you get that fabric right into their knee pit, not in their groin, you want it right in the back of their knee. Their bottom comes down over the fabric, and I'm sure you will have seen your newborn adopt this position already. It's generally just the position they like to be in. So all we're doing with the wrap is supporting them in the position that they want to be in. So gather hands towards the face, generally it's where the newborns need them. And then all I'm going to do is I've remembered that my inside fabric is the one on my right shoulder. So I'm going to take that fabric, I'm going to find the seam, and I'm going to stretch that seam, the edge of the fabric, across the baby's bottom and back, so that it goes from one knee pit all the way to the other knee pit. Sometimes it's useful to put your hand under that strap to be able to pull it across. And it almost goes shoulder to shoulder. If you concentrate on getting the baby's bottom in the middle of the width of that fabric, then it will automatically come nice and high up the baby's back. And then I'm just going to do exactly the same on the other side, like that. So it goes knee pit to knee pit, baby's bottom is in the middle of the width and nice and high, almost shoulder to shoulder on their back. I then need my seatbelt layer. To find my seatbelt layer, I can either just check on the back of my ribs there, that's it. The other way to find it is take your thumb, put your thumb in your armpit and then roll it down your body, and it's that first piece of fabric that you come to. You want to grab it like a rope, so either get all your fingers around it or get your thumb underneath it, and I'm just going to push that straight down, because then I can hold the baby's leg against my body and lift that fabric over the baby's leg. I can then follow it around to the other foot and do exactly the same on the other side. No need to bend the baby's leg, or babies don't like to be interfered with, so there's no need to kind of hassle the baby in that respect. You just lift it over the baby's leg. This seatbelt layer will then unroll up the baby's back like that, and that's nice and secure, nice and snug. With any sling or baby carrier, you've got the same safety guidelines that apply to all of them. The word to remember is ticks. You want to be able to tick all of your safety boxes. So the T stands for tight. The baby should be tightly held against you, just as tightly as if you were holding them in your arms. So you should be able to support the back of the baby's head, do a little dip forward, and not feel their body weight pull away from you. The I stands for in view. The baby's face should be in view. So it's very easy with a stretchy wrap to accidentally cover their face with the fabric. So we need to remedy that. So all I'm going to do is take this fabric that's near the baby's face, and I'm going to pull it out over my shoulder like that, like a t-shirt sleeve. And what that does is it leaves it up by the nape of the baby's neck, so it's still providing support, but it puts a twist in the fabric here and opens up that area around the baby's face. And this is very much, you're looking for what you as the carrying adult can see, not what people approaching you can see. So don't ask somebody else if they can see the baby's face. It's about whether or not you can see the baby's face. So when I look down, I can see that my baby's face is not covered in fabric. They've got a nice area here in front of their face where they've got clear air circulating. The C from the word ticks is close enough to kiss. You should just be able to dip your head and kiss the baby. The K is keeping baby's chin off baby's chest. The easiest way to confirm that you've got the baby's chin off their chest is to do the ugly double chin manoeuvre. I'll do that. And check that you can see the top half of the baby's face. And as long as you can see their nose and up, then their chin is off their chest. The S is supported spine. So if you put your hand on the baby's back and lightly press, they don't have extra room to get closer to you or uncurl or sit up. And it's about not allowing them space that they can slump into, put their chin on their chest and close their airway. As long as you can tick all of your safety boxes, you're absolutely fine. You should feel confident to be able to let go and do jazz hands. Although what we all want to do when you've got the baby in the sling is snuggle them. And that's absolutely fine. As long as you feel like if you wanted to, you could do jazz hands, then you're fine. To take the baby out of the wrap, all I'm going to do is lower that seatbelt level, just tuck it under their bottom. As I open these crossed sections, I'm going to start to support the baby. That's it. Same on the other side, starting to support the baby. And then I can just lift baby up onto my shoulder and release their feet from the wrap. Or I can put my hands around their torso, under their arms, support the back of their head and lift up and out. That's the Lion King move, and you get extra points if you sing the song. So I hope that's helpful. If you need extra help with the stretchy wrap and you're unable to come to the Sling Library, either during the lockdown or for any other reason, then you can either have a stretchy wrap video consultation, which you can book through the website, or there is also a V-book on the website that's called All About Stretchy Wraps, and that's just £5, and that has loads of information about putting your stretchy wrap on, putting the baby in, taking the baby out, the safety aspects, different ways to use your stretchy wrap, and it includes a section on feeding in the stretchy wrap as well. So go and look that up in case that might be useful. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, do give me a shout via the website or any of our social media channels. And if you'd like to hire either a stretchy wrap or any other sling or carrier that we have in stock, you can do that through southlondonslings.myturn.com. During the lockdown, they'll be posted out to you by courier at no extra charge. We just ask that you return them the same way. Outside of lockdown, they can be collected from Hither Green, Sydenham, Crystal Palace, or any other of our sessions. I hope that helps. Bye.